Hi, Christine. This is Connie Christians again, and I'm here to help you with your WordPress dashboard, showing you a few more items. Okay, so we're back at the WordPress dashboard. I want you to scroll down to where it says Settings in the menu on the left, and then select Akismet. Here you're going to need to activate Akismet by getting an API key. So you would click on Get Your API Key, and it will take you to Akismet, and you need to click on the Get Key, and you're going to see this screen. Select one of these options. I just selected the free option, and you can sign up here. I've already signed in, so it's not going to show the sign up screen, but it's a pretty simple operation. Okay, so once you selected that, you come to this continue screen. You can put contact info in here if you want to. It's going to process. It's going to give you a message, all done, and give you your API key. At this point, you'll want to click on Save Your Akismet API Key. This will automatically insert it into the space on your WordPress page. And once that is done, you'll see a screen like this, and this number will be different. You just save your changes, and you're ready to go with Akismet. Okay, so once you supply your API key, it will link your Akismet account with this website, and it will start blocking spam for you. So this tool will identify those comments as spam and put them in a spam folder for you. And after 15 days, they'll be deleted. So that'll give you an opportunity to look at them and see if they're legitimate or not and approve them or not. And there's Akismet. Now I'm at the plugin screen, and I've brought up your whole list of installed plugins. I've added a backup plugin here for you since you were interested in backing up your site. Akismet does not do that, obviously. It just protects your blog here from comment and trackback spam. The backup scheduler will help you in saving your entire website or bits and pieces. You do have options here. It has been activated, and to check your settings, click on this link right here, and it will take you to the backup scheduler page. And it will give you some information here on how to back up the site. And right now the automatic backup defaults to 7 days. So it will save a backup for you every 7 days. You can force one simply by clicking on this button. It will ask you for an email address, or it will save to the FTP, which that's through your hosting service. That gets a little bit more advanced depending on your hosting service. And if you ever have a need to restore your site, you're probably better in contacting your hosting service. Restoring a website, if it's been hacked or if it's crashed, is somewhat difficult, but at least you have some backups here, and these will be important going forward. So you can opt to send it to your mail or to save it on your hosting service through the FTP. You can set some parameters here. Right now, the automatic is set up for every 7 days. You can set up your time for your backup, and right now 0 means midnight, and that information is right here. You can keep it however long you like, and if you want to be notified when the backup process is done, you need to enter your email here. You can tell it what you would like to save. Right now, it is only saving the upload directory and the SQL database. That's all of your changes and comments that you make to your site. You can set other information here if you like. Always click the update button. If you like the settings the way they are now, you don't have to change anything. You'll have a backup here every 7 days. The only thing you need to do is put in your email address here. So there's a whole list that comes up for me. You select your email and hit update at the bottom, and you will be notified whenever your backups are being made. There you go. There's your backup scheduler. Now we're back to your dashboard screen, and you will see some little red circles with numbers in them. you have updates that need to be performed. You can go to the plugins and perform these two updates, or you can simply just go do them all at the same time up here. Click on Updates, and it will tell you a little bit about what's going on with WordPress. Here you have the latest version of WordPress, so you're good to go. And there are 2 plugins that need to be updated and 3 themes. These themes you aren't using, so you can ignore this or update them. It won't affect you either way. But let's go ahead and update the plugins. This is a contact form you're using, and this is your copyright protection. So once you select both of these, or you can simply click Select All, update the plugins, and wait. Right now it's still processing, and you will see the message pop up here that all of your updates have been completed. So you can either return to your update page or your plugins page, or select any one of these other options to go do other tasks on your website. All right, let's take a look at Flex Slider. Go over to your menu on the left and let's select just Flex Slider for now. This will show you the different slides that are in there already. If you want to take a look at one, just click View. And it looks like this image is not uploaded correctly because you're getting a default placeholder. So go back and we can take a look at Daphne. That's one I've already put in there. Here's your caption set here, and here's the picture of Daphne. You can edit your slide in this menu up here. This is your dashboard menu. You can add new posts, new Flex Slider images, all kinds of other things. This is all new. And you can see comments that might be waiting. You can see updates that might need to be performed. We've already looked at that. And this is a drop down where you can go to different parts of the WordPress dashboard without going back to the dashboard page. You can affect your menu, change your theme, do different things here. And this little button, of course, takes you right to WordPress. So if you have any direct questions that we're not covering on the video, you can go to wordpress.org or wordpress.com and register for a free account and surf through, read blogs, get all sorts of information to help you build your website as you go forward. So let's go back to Flex Slider and let's take a look at categories. And it looks like you've already been here and you've been building categories, which is terrific. And you've already built subcategories. That's even better. So let's add a new slide. You would select a title here. I'm going to upload a photo called Clouds, and I'm going to select a caption. You don't always have to do that. And I'm going to set the featured image over here. Let's see if I've got clouds up here. And there it is. I could upload one from my computer or select one from the media library. And again, it looks like you're doing a pretty good job building a library. I'm going to set my featured image as clouds. And I want to create a new category because it does not fall under the other categories. And I'm going to put nature as my category. And there we are. So now I can take a look at this by publishing or previewing if you don't want to publish right away. Now I'm going to view the slide. There's my caption, there's my photo. And again, if you want to edit the slide, you can go back to here, or you can simply go to New and Flex Slider and create a new slide. I'd like to see what this looks like on a page. I'm going to select the Styles page, since that's just a resource for you. Let's edit the Styles page. Put my cursor right in front of Icons font. I'm going to create a space here and go up to the toolbar. It says Add Flex Slider. It will populate the code for you. And on category, I'm going to put nature because I file clouds under the nature category. And I want to take a look at this in draft before I publish it. So I'm going to click preview. And then there's my clouds picture. And it's only going to show what's in the category. So since our category is nature and clouds is the only picture there, that's what you see. We could substitute that with pets. preview, and there's the horse, which I assume is the only photo that's categorized under pets. So that's how you add a flex slider gallery to your page. I'm not going to publish this. I'm going to leave it in draft form, but I'm going to save the draft here for you. So you can go back to the styles page anytime and see how I set that up. Let's go back to the flex slider gallery. Now on the clouds that I just uploaded, these are not your photos. You probably don't want them up there. And you can edit them with the quick edit tool. You don't have to open up the whole page. You can simply go to the pertinent information. And since we don't want this image published, let's set it for draft, and we can update it. You can also reset the category. You can password protect this so that a user has to log in to see, so you can privatize the page. You can change the title, the slug, the date, everything on it. I'm going to update it, so we save the draft status, and now you see it's back to draft over here. So now you know how to use the Flex Slider tool. It's very simple. It's a great way to organize your images and insert them on your pages. Go down to Appearance and Theme Options. Select that. And you will open up a screen here. Select the Flex Slider tab on the left. And this is where you can determine how that Flex Slider looks on your page. This box is checked and it tells me that there's going to be little bullets at the bottom where you can navigate between images. You can also set a directional navigation with arrows instead of bullets. This is the animation on each image. It can either fade in or slide in. And the sliding direction can go up and down or side to side. And you would save your changes. You can also reset to a default here. Let's take a look at how to change the header for your website. First, go to the Appearance tab, and under that you will find Theme Options. If you click that, it will open up to this page, and as luck would have it, we're working on the logo image right here. If you have a logo image, it tells you that you can upload it, but the maximum height is 55 pixels. I created an image in Photoshop just as a test, and I made it 300 pixels wide by 55 pixels tall, since that is our limiting factor there. If you don't put a logo image here, your site title will be displayed, and you can change that under Settings and General, which is right here. Okay. Another place you can change it is under Appearance and Customize. You can actually leave the title blank if you want to, but if you put anything in there, remember that the logo image will actually take priority over just a site title. So I'm going to go to the media library. I've already uploaded the test logo. It's something very simple. Gives you a lot more flexibility to design something in Photoshop. You can change this font or the image and size it and fit it around any way you want. Go ahead and save changes, and we'll take a look at the home page. Now this bar, because I think we're in maintenance mode on your website, is cutting this off, but you can kind of get an idea how this will set up next to your menu. And you have quite a bit of space here, so if you want to make this a little longer, I believe you have the capability for this. And if you don't, you'll see it'll be cropped off. So you have some flexibility now to change your header. Another way to change header information is to go into Theme Options again, and down here at the bottom it says Custom CSS. This is a way, if you have HTML code, you can code the CSS, which means Custom Style Sheet, and override the default settings for the theme. So you can make your header a lot taller, you can give your logo a lot more room to occupy on the left-hand side of the screen. And this should be done by a programmer who understands HTML. So if you need to have this done, you have this capability very easily accessed through this theme by using custom CSS. So for right now, we're not doing anything. We've updated the logo here, and that's how you change your header. So to change the slide that shows up in the welcome section, Go to your Home Page tab in your menu. It will show the different sections that show up, and click on Edit Welcome. You'll see your Flex Slider category is preset to show all. If you want to change that to just show pets, you can enter that between these two quotes. And let's say we want to preview it before we change it. And this changes how this slider looks. The Flex Slider image is preset to be 672 pixels wide by 282 pixels high. The image sizing on the Meet the Artist section is preset to display at 432 pixels wide by 427 pixels high. Your portfolio thumbnails are also pre-sized. All of these thumbnails are preset to be 272 pixels wide by 170 pixels tall. So here's how you can reorder your gallery items to prioritize your work and rank them the way you like. Here we are in the Portfolio tab, and I'm taking a look at all of the items that are listed in your portfolio. The way that they are ranked here on the page is the hierarchy to which they will be ranked when the viewer sees them on the page. Now, if you want to take an item and move it to the top, you don't have any sort of plugin that orders your images, but it's pretty simple to do. If you open, say for instance, the quick edit screen on your sea turtle pine needle basket, you will see here there's a date in which this was entered. You can change this so that it will appear to be a newer post. It'll give it a priority in the ranking. So let's take a look at the quick edit under the pine needle basket, which is the first position, and you'll see the time is 16:29. So we want sea turtle to come first, so it needs to be posted later than 16:29. So you can just change 03 to 30, update, and now that particular image should show up on top. So we're going to refresh our page, and there's the sea turtle. So here's how you can reorder your gallery items to prioritize your work and rank them the way you like. All right, Christine, I'm going to show you how to build PayPal buttons to put on your site. If you don't have a PayPal account yet, you'll need to go to paypal.com and sign up to be registered there to use PayPal and go through all the registration setup. If you already have an account, then simply log in. I'm going to log into my account and show you how to do the buttons there, and you can just duplicate this to create buttons on your own. Okay, you'll see my PayPal account here. I don't have very much of a balance, do I? So the first thing I do is go up to Merchant Services, click on that, and this may be a little bit different depending on what type of PayPal account you have. I have just a basic account. So click on the Create Payment buttons for your website. There are 3 different options here for you. I usually pick the standard setup. There's a nice video they've created here that covers a lot of information if you have a lot of questions. And down here there's different step-by-step guides, also depending on what types of buttons you want to build. We're going to build a Buy Now button. Click on Create a Button. You'll have different options here on this page to choose from to design the type of button you need. We'll put in an item name, and I'm going to just say portrait. And this can be more detailed if you like, and if you have an ID number, that's more for your tracking. And let's say the price of that portrait was $150. And you can customize your button here by adding drop-down menus with different prices or options like colors or sizes. And you can add a text field too if you would like. You can add shipping information in terms of price, a tax rate, and if you want to do a different email address. I have this set up to do 3 different email addresses depending on what I'm actually needing to sell. You can create buttons for other websites through one account. So once you do that, click Create a Button, and now you have a code. And since we're putting this on your website, this is the code we need. It's in HTML, and you can click on this button that says Select Code. Then you want to right-click, select Copy, and we're going to paste this code right onto your page. So you see here, I've opened up the Styles page that I have saved for you. Go over to the Text tab, because we need to be in HTML in order to paste your code for your PayPal button. I'm going to take this spacer code out and paste the PayPal button code right on top. Let's click on the Visual tab, and you can already see there's your Buy Now button. I'm going to preview this because this is in draft form. By clicking on Buy Now, it takes you right to the order screen. It shows the information and how to log in to pay with PayPal or use a debit or credit card for your customers. And once you program this with your information, of course, it's not going to show up like this. It'll show up with Christine Perry Studios. So now you know how to build a Buy Now button to place anywhere on any page or any post on your site. But remember, when you paste in the code, to be on the text editor so that the HTML is readable. Now we're going to talk about how to add Google Analytics to your website. The first thing you need to do is set up a Google account. That would set you up to do Google+. It would tie you to a YouTube account, your Gmail account, and all of the different resources and apps that are available through Google. Then you would go to google.com/webmasters, and it will open up this page. You can sign in to do Webmaster Tools. So you click on that, and it's going to ask you to add a site. You can put in your website information right here. I'm going to use a different site for this example. And you click Add a Site, and it's going to ask you to verify. So the first thing you do to verify is to download the HTML verification file. You click on that link, and you'll see that it's downloading to your computer, most likely to your Downloads folder. Then second step is to upload the file to the root directory of your website. Now this is done through FTP access. You might need some help with this. You can either go through your hosting server or through Rachel on this. And then it's confirmed by visiting this particular HTML in your browser. You would just copy and paste this. And then you would click on the verify link here, and you're done. Okay, so if we go back to your site, you'll see that I uploaded a new plugin for Google Analytics, and you can install your tracking code here. You'll see that there is a message up here that this plugin requires a properly configured Google Analytics account. And this is where your tracking code from your Google Analytics account would be populated. And when you return to your WordPress dashboard page, right here at the bottom, you'll see a Google Analytics dashboard box. Right now, the plugin isn't authorized yet, but when it is authorized, you will see a lot of your statistics showing up here. And you can go to this menu item, Google Analytics. You can set up your settings to display any type of statistic that you want to see. So now you can use Google Analytics.